Hey dudes, thanks for clicking on the video. Just saying that this is the first 10 minutes of the podcast. If you want to see the entire thing, go over to my new channel called Cheat and be sure to subscribe over there. Enjoy. Okay, so welcome to Cheat Day, the first podcast that we're filming. This is brought to you by all the people over at Patreon. If you guys give $1, you actually get this podcast early, up to a week early, as well as the other two shows. This guy right here, that's it. That's all it costs to get this podcast early.
$1.
As well as a cooking show, as well as the gaming show, where I'm probably going to smoke Boomer in whatever game. And that says, welcome to Boomer,
Excuse me?
the first guest
Hello.
on said podcast.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited.
This is round 2 of
Oh, God.
possible podcasts. Hopefully this doesn't...
What was the other podcast called?
I don't think it was called anything, to be honest with you. Because
It was something about the basement.
Was it? Oh, it was.
I think it was
something with
literally
the
called
basement.
The Basement.
Literally, we started, you had that one Blue Yeti mic right in the middle of the table. It was a round table. It's probably still down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Round table. Laptop, microphone didn't work.
Yeah.
We live streamed it, everything.
We live streamed it on a laptop.
And then
mic.
everyone's like, "Oh, it sounds great, yeah." Whew. And then we go back and it was like, "Yeah, you're on the mic, the laptop mic, and not the mic." It was like, well, starting off hot,
Yeah, so this is very different than that.
very.
We also had I had a podcast even before that, 6 to 8 months, probably
Yep,
before
I
that, called
remember.
Creator Cast with
Yep.
me, Daft Bastard, Ritz Plays, and just a guest every month. But that was over like Skype,
Yep, I
which
remember.
was the biggest pain. One of the issues that we always had was they couldn't see me. I had to record because like you can only use your webcam on one thing at a time. You know, like if you have it open on OBS and then you try to like edit settings, it's like you can't do that. You've already
Yeah.
opened it on another
Yep.
program. So I would have to record mine, and I wouldn't be able to put it through Skype to the people I was talking to.
Yeah.
So they were just talking to like a black screen.
Oh, I can only imagine.
And
That's so awkward.
I mean, it viewed well, and people liked the whole premise of it, but at the same time,
I remember
I didn't enjoy it.
a couple months or weeks ago. I remember I was watching some video we did. It was on your channel, and one of the recommended videos was the Creator Cast. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I'm surprised. I got to go back and watch it.
You were still in Florida.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I remember the background. It was just
Yeah.
a green screen. And then Ryan was on it. And I was like, oh my God, that was so weird.
Yeah. So to explain a little bit more premise of the podcast for everybody watching for the first time, there's no premise. We're going to kind of like interview the guests, talk about YouTube, talk about real life stuff, talk about controversies, things going on in the world. Obviously, some things are off the table, some things are on the table.
Exactly.
For me and you, pretty much everything's on the table. I don't think we really give a crap about talking about anything besides like super
I don't really
serious stuff.
Me personally, I don't really go into politics because I literally know
Yeah, exactly.
zero about it. So it's like I don't like putting in my 2 cents when my 2 cents aren't worth jack
Yeah.
in the pot. It's like
I'm the exact same way. If
It's
I don't know and I'm not educated on the subject, there's
Exactly.
no way I'm going to speak on it. And if I do, it's just going to be me like interjecting in some stupid way.
literally the only time I interject is like usually when it's like sports because I usually know my
Exactly.
way around sports. So it's like I interject on sports things there. Other than that, yeah, hat, shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like-
it's obvious, yeah. But yeah, podcasting, I mean, obviously the setup is a bit more professional than a Blue Yeti in the middle of a round table using a microphone. I mean,
Yeah.
legitimately we're currently on like somewhere near an $8,000 setup right here.
It's beautiful. By the way.
These webcam mics or webcams, I think, are the thing that's going to change next. We have an overview cam. Obviously, you guys saw at the beginning and probably are seeing right now as our producer, Chris Delish, in case you guys were wondering who's all the behind the scenes. We're going to replace these with the overview cam, which is so much prettier. And we're going to have 3 overview cams, so it's going to be like this really nice way of flowing this podcast. But right now, these $80 webcams are the way to go because that setup overview cam right there alone is like $1,400 or
I
something.
can only imagine.
So this, guys, as I mentioned,
Yo, what's up?
this guy right here, if like, I think somewhere near only like, I mean, I don't even know how many people are going to watch this, but if 2,000 of you give this per month on Patreon or more,
Boom.
we can afford that next month and just ramp this quality. Everything from the Patreon just dumps right back into this. The only time we're ever going to profit off of this is once we already have all the equipment, we have the premises of the show, and they all work perfectly and flow super well.
Yeah.
Once that's done, that's the only time we're going to start profiting. All brand deals that we do bring in or will or can or maybe will, who knows, bring in, will get dumped right back into this and
just
increase the overall quality as much as we possibly can. And the consistency, too. This is bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks, this is going to come out because flights are expensive. Getting people that obviously I didn't have to fly him out, and a lot of guests that I'm having on, I don't have to fly out. That's kind of be the starting people on the show. So
starting off with a bang,
or
some would say a boom.
A boom. Oh God, that's the high quality content you would expect on YouTube.com/IamBoomerr. Link is in the description, of course. You probably know him from his YouTube channel or Playing With Me Forever, or Twitch streams, or Twitter, or basically any social media. He plays what I play. He likes to play sports games as well. How did you get into sports games? Obviously, you played sports. So
when I was like 4, I started soccer and baseball. Well, my dad was like huge into baseball and still is. Still, he will die on the baseball field if he had to. I started baseball and then soccer. Those are only 2 sports I really played.
I was on your soccer team a couple times.
Yeah.
Usually played goalie.
Oh, I played goalie because I was usually the slowest. And kids obviously just shot it right at the person. They say this big open net. They see one little guy in the middle. Let's shoot at him. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that an all-star goalie?
I just like playing goalie because I like to punt it far as hell.
Oh, my God. That was the best part.
Just punting.
That was honestly the best part.
It's
like,
easily my favorite.
Here we go. Yeah. I remember, oh, my God. I think it was 3rd or 4th grade. The finesse of finesse players, obviously, as you can tell by my body style, is just pure finesse. So my dad puts me on the free kick line. The kids are lining up there, all nice and tall, like they're taught. My dad says, kick it as hard as you can. Okay, but kick it. I toe the ball.
Oh God.
Goes up, hits the kid square in the cheek. I've never seen a kid go down faster than my life. Literally, picture perfect. Boom.
Those toe balls are strong.
Big time. And the ball was like super pumped up, like because the way that they don't want like soft or deflated balls.
Yeah.
Tom Brady. I had to say it, sorry. But soccer and then baseball my whole life. And then from there, once I think my first like console game was either Call of Duty 5 or Call of Duty 4. Nope. Totally kidding. It was a sports game. 100% a sports game. But like online wise, it was one of the Call of Duties. But with just sports games, it was just like I go to school, wake up, go to school, come home, go play rec, league, soccer, baseball, whatever. And then after that, it's like you didn't really have homework as a kid. You had that little
even when we did
page.
have homework, who did it?
Exactly. And it was, well, I mean, as a kid, it was more like, okay, we're going to do it. But like when it got older, I was like, oh,
I just cheated. Cheated on everything. Homework.
For me in high school, it was literally like, okay, when's baseball season? Baseball season starts after February break.
That's when you start trying.
February break is where we start.
Yeah.
Basically, it was an awful mindset now because it's like
work ethic wise.
Now it's like, wow, my work ethic is 0. So it's like, but I mean, you live and you learn, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's really all I did. I woke up, school, sports, and either a sports game or a Call of Duty game at that point.
Yeah.
When it came to like middle schoolish, I guess.
I only played rec sports. I never got into high school sports. I mean, I did throwing, track and field. I did field.
Yeah.
For freshman year in high school or something, and then I like tore my rotator cuff. 5'8", 200-pound me, just like, hi guys. And then I tore my rotator cuff, or so I thought. It just really hurt whenever I threw anything.
And then the rotator cuff just growth spurted you at the 6'6" or whatever you are
right
now.
6'5". Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but pretty much for me, video game wise, I used to play hooky. I would just pretend to be sick, and then since I was so young at the time, I could never like stay home alone.
Yeah,
your mom didn't want you to do that. My dad runs a business where he creates he manufactures scuba diving equipment. So a very odd job, obviously.
It's not something
who else does that?
That's not something you go to high school saying, I can't wait for my career in scuba diving.
Yeah, it was like his dad's job. It was his dad's company. Like this company's been around for like 92 years or something like that. I don't even know. probably incorrect in some way, but it's been around longer than I've been alive. I can tell you that. So I would go to his shop where he has just like a back room with like a Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
He's got a PC. The first game I ever played was something super simple, and it was not something like a 4-year-old should be playing.
The good stuff back then, like the 64, all that good. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
it wasn't
let's
even
go.
64. It was the PC stuff. It was a game called Beachhead.
I can
And
only
literally the entire game was, I mean, and that's where we're
This
going to
is-
cut it. There's another 50 minutes over on the channel where this is posted over on Cheat. So this new channel of mine is going to be a podcast, a cooking show, and a gaming show every other week. We already have guests set up like Star Snipe, Ritz Plays, Slickbee, Demo Storm, a bunch of other people. These first 3 episodes are with IamBoomerr. So if you want more content from both of us, go over to that channel, go subscribe over there. There's also a video that better explains all 3 of the series over there as well. So be sure to go watch that video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want to support it directly, there's a patreon.com/PartiallyRoyal down below. It's $1 and you get all of these episodes super early. So you don't have to wait like a couple of weeks. You can get them like up to a week in advance, which is really cool. So go check that out, and I'll see you in the next one.